you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hey, good morning, and of course, welcome to the Tobago Updates Television Morning Show. It's Friday, 3rd May 2024. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another program. You're seeing me here, it's Friday. They have given me the entire morning to talk about sports. But obviously, we're going to have some in-house things to do before we get into this sporting segment, where we have so much to discuss with you guys this morning. I mean, over the past week, we've been dominated with news of shark. I even had shark and bacon shark for the very first time this week. Not really a shark eater, but because it was so out there, I had to have some bacon shark. But it's not really funny. Someone was attacked by a shark, a visitor to the island, and we are very thankful that he is now safe and back. I think he's in the United States of America, receiving further medical care. And shout out to all the medical professionals here in Tobago, the first responders, all the persons that would have assisted Mr. Smith in getting to the hospital, and of course to the nurses and the doctors that would have stabilized him and ensured that he could have actually been airlifted to the Jackson, Jackson Memorial Hospital for further treatment. Remember the natural habitat of these sea creatures. When they get inside the water, anything can happen. Take it from a man from Castara. Yeah, I'm going to throw it over to Biana Brebner with news in 90 seconds.
News in 90 seconds is brought to you by Standards, never beaten on quality and prices.
Thank you, Marcus. Here is your news in 90 seconds for May 3rd, 2024. The Office of the Chief Secretary wishes to inform the public that all beaches and beach facilities in Tobago will reopen today. This decision follows the temporary closure of beaches in the western end of Tobago due to a shark incident at Turtle Beach on Friday, April 26th. The victim, Peter Smith, received treatment at Scarborough General Hospital and was airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, Florida. The Tobago Emergency Management Agency, under the leadership of Director Alan Stewart, has been conducting meetings with various stakeholders to enhance the Tobago Marine Safety Plan. Up next, Caribbean Airlines will be flying to Puerto Rico in July 2024 after receiving permission from Puerto Rico a year ago to conduct flights to the country. On July 14, 2024, Caribbean Airlines will launch its 3 times weekly flight to Puerto Rico. However, regularity approval from the Trinidad and Tobago Civil Aviation Authority and the government of Barbados are still pending. Via Barbados, Caribbean Airlines will carry out flights to Puerto Rico on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Caribbean Airlines CEO Gavin Madeira shared that he was happy to extend passengers and cargo services to Puerto Rico in an ongoing effort to connect the Caribbean. And finally, Digicel has announced adjustments to some of its internet and TV plans with increased prices of 3 popular packages. This comes in response to rising content costs from international suppliers and growing expenses related to off-island internet traffic, including Android TV boxes, Netflix, and other streaming services. Digital Head of Public Relations Colin Greaves explained that the company aims to absorb costs as much as possible to maintain affordability for customers. Additionally, Digital is introducing 2 new plans and reducing the cost of 4 faster speed packages by 44% in some cases. The price adjustments, which involves a minimal increase of 4 to 5% on selected plans, will take effect on June 1st. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Life is good with Zero. Zero interest for 6 months. Zero down payments. Zero stress payment plan. That's right. With Standards, my terms, we are putting the power of zero in your hands. Now, you can get that new sectional, fridge, stove, or TV for zero down. Pay zero interest later and enjoy a zero stress payment plan plus quick approval within 48 hours. Standards, never beaten on quality and prices.
Vienna, I was so happy to see that the beaches have been reopened I know a lot of persons like myself. I'm a beach goer. I like to go to the beach and take a swim. Not out where the shark can catch me in a way. Like closer to the shore. As a sportsman, you need to do like a little swimming every now and then. I mean, yeah. What about you? You like to go to the beach?
Yes, I do like to go to the beach, but as you said, not to swim out that far. I'm
Right.
more like on the shorelines for me.
Yeah, I know most women, right? Put on the best clothes, best swimming suit.
Yes.
Right? And they go on the beach and take pictures.
That's not a
That's
problem,
rare to
Marcus.
me. You can stay home and do that, you know.
No,
In front of the
Marcus.
mirror.
No.
No. You behave like a two-waist man. You know, when you go to the beach, you're either going on fish or you're going to swim. Right?
Okay.
You enjoy nature. In
No
that sense,
problem,
because
Marcus.
people spend millions, thousands to come here just to do that, you know. And we have it right in our backyards, but we're going to take sun.
But
Like-
with the reopening of the beaches,
Yeah.
would you be going to the beach this weekend?
Yeah, I like fishing as well, but I don't think I'm going inside. I think I got to throw some shoreline fishing. I think that'll be my new thing.
All right.
You know, it's scary, you know. It's really, really scary. You know, hearing and seeing the photos of the attack from the shark.
Yeah.
But as I said before, when you enter the sea, you know, you can be subjected to so many different things happening there. And I'm not a person who like diving, because if I see an eel or something, like it for me there, you know, I give up one time because I know I can't outswim them things.
Yeah.
In that sense. So we're going into their habitat, and and if it is that, you know, they happen to attack you, yeah, that is count your blessings if you come out alive in that sense, you know. But I'm happy that the Tobago Assembly, because I saw persons in the space, like Frankie and they talking about, you know, they're losing tourists and all these different things. So thankfully it's open as of today,
Yes.
and please ensure to apply safety when you go to the beach. Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
fantastic. We're going to go to our birthday shout outs. Yeah, who's celebrating a birthday today? Let me see. That's Maryland. Maryland celebrating his birthday today. I know Maryland is a fella who will have something under the table there. You can check Maryland. Maryland, happy birthday to you, of course, coming from the Tobago Updates family. I know you guys, the Minority Report, always here on Tobago Updates. So shout out to you, Maryland, and of course to the minority leader and his team. Sophia Cooper, one of my favorites, yes? Sophia, coming from Marcus Daniel, of course, your former colleague at another establishment. Yeah, looking really good. Still looking bright with that smile, Sophia. You know, after this, I'm going to ask you what is your age. I'm going to ask you on air in that sense. But Sophia, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. May born. Yeah. Happy birthday, Sophia. Of course, let's see what's coming up on the program this morning. We're going to have Mr. Gray, Earl Gray of the Gray's Development School Academy. So much happening with Earl Gray and his academy there. And then we're going to have the finalists out of the Moriah Village Football League. That's going to be interesting. Kings United and Eagles FC. We're going to hear from Hamlet Gibbs and Kelsey Alling from Eagles United or Eagles FC. And we're going to hear from Kevin and Shannon Edwards from the Kings United team. Also, the captain, Josiah Leacock. Really exciting stuff there with the Moriah Village Football League. Semi-finals happened on Wednesday, finals on tomorrow. So we're going to hear from the finalists what to expect come the final tomorrow. So we're going to take a short break. And then when we come back, we're going to chat with Mr. Earl Gray out of the Gray's Development School Academy.
TWCU Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited notifies all members of its 74th annual general meeting at the Center of Excellence Tunapuna and Shore Park Complex, Tobago on Saturday, 11th May 2024, commencing at 1 p.m. Items on the agenda include minutes of the 73rd AGM, Board of Directors and other committee reports, election of officers, presentation of audited accounts 2023, recommendations, dividends 2023, and resolutions, budget proposal 2024, amendments to bylaws. Registration for the meeting can be done online via the Society's website at www.twcu.co.tt. Their main office at number 31 Pembroke Street, Port of Spain, Trinidad, or their Tobago unit at Port Mall Shopping Center, Scarborough, Tobago. Deadline for registration is Wednesday, 1st May 2024 at 3 p.m. In order to safeguard the health and safety safety of all persons in attendance, COVID-19 protocol measures will be observed. For further information, please contact the Society at 623-4444. TWCU Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Our credit union, one family.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Need a fresh start? Upgrade your life with the things you want. At Standard Distributors in Canaan, life is good with zero. Get that amazing fridge, the stylish sofa with zero down and easy financing. Your dream house is within reach. Visit Standard Distributors today. Life is good with zero.
Tipsy presents Sip and Paint, an expression of a mother's love. Join us at the Tropicist Beach Hotel, Sunday, May 12th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Guests are entitled to finger foods and wine. Full package painter tickets only $600. And if you just want to hang out, we've got you. Limers pay $450. You'll be entertained by a special, sensational reggae artist, a live band, and come witness our bonfire. We've got loads of giveaways. We're catering to mom all evening. Sunday, May 12th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tropicist Beach Hotel. Come, sip and paint with Tipsy.
She ride the wave, come jump in the range, and drop on the dance, she want your money, mean. Don't need your love, that I cost me fi pay. Like King Solomon, a bag a girl to me name. Every girl broke out, Lord, broke out. Me say hot girl, and that's your time fi step out. Big bumper girl, your time fi get strap out. Hand on your knee, treat a girl and your body. And every girl I get wild out tonight. Party in my out tonight. If she suck, me a fine out tonight. I don't know what a wild out tonight. Out the blue light, fi a try out the back.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi viewers, welcome back, and thanks for sticking and staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. Let's be into the sporting segment fully this time. And joining me on set is Mr. Earl Gray out of the Grace Development School Academy. Good morning to you, Mr. Gray.
Morning. Nice to be here this morning. Pleasant good morning.
Fantastic. All the way from Speyside, you made your way down here this morning. And we're talking about Sport and Family Day you guys are having?
Yeah, I'm doing Sports and Family Day 26th of May. Starting 9 a.m. To 3 p.m.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Yeah. So let's talk about the event itself, right? Who can attend and of course the purpose and the reason behind organizing such an event.
The purpose for this whole Development School Academy, well, recent years I with Speyside Junior Academy, so I opened up my own academy.
So Speyside Junior Academy, that's this high school?
No, that was
the primary school.
No, that was between the primary school and mix around the
Right.
Which that's between 15 years I with the academy, and I decided to move on.
Right. You want to do your own thing. You want to get yes. I like that. That's called building and succession in a sense.
I started January 2023, the 19th, I can't forget the day. 19th of January, and was a success.
Right.
Through that, the whole process, I decided to do more, the academy, more scouting, more train to go outside overseas. So I kind of based in Speyside. You know what it is.
Yeah, and the academy caters for players in and around Speyside, or are you open to, if I want to leave company and come up and train with Mr. Gray, who's a top coach? Is that possibility?
If you want to leave and come up, mostly scholarship.
Scholarship?
Yeah, catering for more scholarship students.
So you had persons who have gotten scholarships already?
So far, it's in the process.
Yeah.
Accomplishment last December, they have a camp in Speyside. That was the college ID camp.
College ID,
yeah,
right?
If you remember.
Yes.
Right. And the selection was 14 players. Get select. So far, 2 approval.
Right.
Leaving this year, 2 about.
Yeah. And how is the talent pool in Speyside and Charlottesville and those areas? Are you having the interest? Because I'm sure that there are other academies in that area. Why are they choosing Grace Development Academy?
From the past experience, it's a challenge. And I work in, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't give up. So I will continue work with the kids around the area. If anybody need help, I will assist them.
Yeah, so and tell me about the Grace, the coaches involved as well. You are the head coach.
I'm the head coach. I got Mr. Bishops. And I got a guy from Pembroke, Miguel. He assists me as well. He have his own academy as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of.
Oh, so there's a collaboration there. But you cater for what age group? What age bracket you cater for?
From 4 to 13 years old.
From 4 to 13 years old. Right? And in terms of training days and time, where you are training and stuff?
We train every Wednesday, 4:30 to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, 3:30 to 5:45 p.m.
Yeah, and since you have started, since you have formalized, because you've been doing it before with the junior, you said junior academy, right? And now it's officially Grace Development Academy. Since you have started over a year, any major challenges you have had?
A lot.
Want to discuss some of those?
A lot. Most of the kids, the generation now.
Yes.
It's difficult. So some might come this day, some might come next day, and we try to get them in order.
Yeah.
So, and most of the time, like, the kids, my school is more development.
Yeah.
The
fundamentals, you're studying fundamentals. Yeah.
To develop. Competition, outer competitions.
How to take, how to kick.
Yeah.
Also, you don't participate in competitions?
Yes, participate, but I very rare that I want to develop to a standard.
Well, but how would you judge the level of play if it is that who are they competing against? We be improving in that sense.
Well, by training, I see the success.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching my video last night.
Yeah.
Like I recently started 2 weeks ago. I didn't know it was a defender. He come normal to me and say, you wouldn't start the train. And again, I see defending well now.
Right.
So that was last Wednesday training. Yeah, I see defending.
Yeah, and outside of scholarships, right? I'm sure that this program can help with getting the ideal youth off the street as well. Some of them, they ain't even know how talented they are, and they have no sense of direction. I'm sure that's also of your objectives as an academy as well.
Yes, that's my main purpose. That was my vision. That was my mission. Since I opened the academy January 19th, last year back normal, I decided I must. That's the vision out.
Yeah.
That's the vision. So it's a success. It's working.
Yeah. And how has the support been from the community and parents? Because I'm sure that these things can be very hard in terms of equipment and refreshments. Because this last week we had someone, I think that was from, can't remember the club. Yeah, some from RSS Phoenix, and parent on the committee spoke about raising funds to pay for refreshments after training. And it's not easy always asking parents to support the ventures. I mean, talk about that support from the community and parents.
That's a good question. Remind me, parents make me do this.
Right.
So they had the passion for it. They believe in me.
Yeah.
So I have no problem.
You have no problem whatsoever.
Them is the backbone behind this.
Yeah.
I must thank parents who listening now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Backbone.
Fantastic. So let's get to this family day that you're having now. Who can attend and tell me about the date service? It starts at 9 a.m. and it goes until 3. What's happening during the day?
Family day and a fun days, like mostly like an anniversary for me. We make a year.
Right. Oh, so it's a celebration.
Celebration.
Right.
And we having plenty funds. Kids will be playing plenty funds. Some parents will be taking part of the fun games.
Right.
And we have, I think, 6 teams so far confirmed.
So 6 teams from within the club, within the club?
Within Tobago.
Oh, so you invited teams from outside?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a competition as well?
Competition tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
So what are those teams?
Titans,
Right.
Coaching School, Milan Academy.
Right. With teams from all over Tobago.
Yeah.
And what is the age group that they're going to be competing?
U9,
And
U6, U12.
Fantastic. I like those age brackets. So them fellas who over 20, let them go and play village leagues. You know, when it comes to development, I like to see, especially under 6, under 9, under 12s, they compete. And like for cricket, like how I learned, I played, and then obviously you want to improve on your mistakes in that sense. So the more they play, the more they understand their game as well. You know, so 5 teams and what to play round robin.
Yeah, wrong over there.
Right, and is there a prize attached to the?
Yeah, you get great prize trophy medals.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then you have people cooking and drinks and food and sale and all these different things.
It's a family day. It's a family day. So
Yeah.
parents contribute something and they should work at this, whatever on the menu. Yeah, I think I have a guy who supposed to have some smoothie.
Right.
Yeah, fruits. So it's a gift.
Yeah, fantastic. Because I'm looking for, and of course the flyer there, Grace Development School Academy, only 5 teams. Fantastic work from you, Mr. Gray, and your committee. Before we wrap, any final thing you want to say to the public, come out and support in Speyside?
Yeah, well, most people like know me, most youths, they see the flyer, so I expect a good turnout, and they will just have fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun day.
Yeah,
just football and fun.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's happening all at the Speyside Recreation Ground. You guys participated in the recently concluded, not concluded, but the Tobago's leg of the Republic Cup?
Yes.
So how things go with that?
Great.
So you're like
we draw most of the games.
You drew most of your games?
Lost 1 games.
And lost 1?
We drew against Eagle, but I was not there, but they played successful.
Right.
But the mostly was training to beat
Eagles. What about Eagles though?
yeah, but I wasn't there. But the next coach was there. He told me it was a nice game.
Right.
They drew 3.
They drew 3. Okay. So you're not progressing to the next one?
You are progressing out.
Okay.
We came forth.
You all came forth. But the exposure that you guys would have gained there, invaluable. Fantastic. I want to urge you to keep up the good work that you are doing with the guys in Speyside and environs. I know of your good work with the Speyside Primary School, of course, with the Primary Schools Football League. And we look forward to seeing you again later this year when the league returns. All right. And I want to wish you all the best with this event on Sunday, because it's important that you recognize the support of the family and you have an event that all of them can come and participate. I'm sure you're going to have some flat races as well.
Yeah, family day.
Fun. Yeah. And I'm hoping that you have good weather as well. And once again, what date it is again?
26th of May.
26th of May. That's a few weeks again, and it's going to happen at the Speyside Recreation Ground. So yeah, guys, we've been chatting here with Mr. Earl Gray out of the Grace Development School Academy. So much good things happening with the Grace Academy. They are talking about scholarships and showing that youngsters in East Tobago, they have the exposure just as all of us in Tobago and Trinidad. And I'm really happy for the work done by Mr. Gray and his team. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We look forward to having you sometime again in the not too distant future.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Guys, we'll take a short break and we come back with more stuff coming out of the Grace Academy, this time internationally. Of course, don't forget to share the live.
Never ever worry. 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 For the many stages of your life, Tata Life.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. 3 pounds wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT. Soup Saturday. 2 pounds cube beef, 2 pounds cow heel, 2 pounds chicken foot, 2 pounds pigtail, or smoked bone. Special $150. Super Sunday. 3 pounds leg and thigh chicken, 3 pounds sliced pork, 3 pounds lamb slice, 3 pounds cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
Need a fresh start? Upgrade your life with the things you want. At Standard Distributors in Canaan, life is good with zero. Get that amazing fridge, the stylish sofa with zero down and easy financing. Your dream house is within reach. Visit Standard Distributors today. Life is good with zero.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hey viewers, welcome back, and thank you so much for sharing the live firstly and staying on with us here on Tobago Updates Television. Yes, we're still talking football, we're still talking Grace Academy, yes, Grace Development School Academy, yes, I think that's it. We are still joined here by Mr. Earl Gray, but we are also joined online by Mr. Anthony Roy, and we are talking about that scholarship program that Mr. Gray would have mentioned before. They're going to have a summer camp where they are looking to recruit members. Mr. Roy, are you there?
Greetings, good morning all. Blessings to you guys and your family. Thanks for having me on, man.
Fantastic. You're talking about the soccer camp. Before we get into the discussion, can you just give a brief overview of this camp and the purpose of it?
Well, the purpose of the camp is to develop kids to be able to play soccer at the level that is being played right now collegiately in United States, and that's the purpose of it, to be able to give kids the tools, the skill set to develop them so that they could be more competitive when they come out here to play soccer, and they could be much more successful when they come out here to play soccer.
Fantastic. And tell me about the relationship with the Grace Development School Academy. How did this partnership, took place? You met him somewhere. How did this come about?
Well, as you know, the media is very, very powerful, right? And my family is originally from Tobago, the Roys from Tobago.
Right.
So that's where my roots is from. And having followed soccer throughout the Caribbean and been getting kids into school for some 10, 15 years now, I, was looking at television set and I saw some soccer being played out in Tobago, SSFL. And there I spotted Gray's his high school playing. And I love the style of their playing. And I know they had an interview with him, and I listened to what he said in terms of development. And that caught my eyes. I made contact with him. We had some discussions, and we've been having discussions over the past a year or two. And then we took that discussions further, where I visited Tobago last year, December, for a college showcase, which we had close to 100 student athletes came out in Tobago. And for me, that was a success in terms of working with those kids and having discussions with their parents. And out of that showcase, we have some wonderful news. Naomi Waldron, I was able to get her $25,000 a year for 4 years. So what you're looking at, she's getting close to 700,000 TT dollars.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
That's fantastic news.
Scholarship to attend a top college in the United States. And then we have Trey Campbell. He too, we got him a scholarship for a 2-year junior college. He too will be receiving some $50,000 or more per year.
Yeah, but how does it work, Gray? You identify the talent and you recommend to Mr. Roy?
Well, as a beginner, I told you from the school, my academy. That's do it that way now.
Yeah.
I'm more focusing more scholarship program.
Right.
So when they're like babies growing up, they're on the enroll. So the name out there, so it's easier.
Ah, and I'm guessing that since the success of those persons who would have gotten the scholarships, your numbers have increased significantly.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But that's fantastic news, though. And with this Mr. Roy, with this soccer camp that you're gonna have, tell me more about the soccer camp, the venues, and who can attend the camp.
Well, the camp is not just catered for student athletes who are interested in going to school, right? We opened the camp from the ages of 8 to 21 to attend the camp. I believe in terms of development, and the younger we get the kids to be able to work on the technique, right? And that is critical in terms of development. The younger we get these kids and to teach them the right way, how to play the ball, how to play soccer, is better for us. So we look between the age of 8 to 21. We know some families will call and say, well, my kid is 6 or my kid is 5 and I want to attend. We will open up the doors to you. We're not trying to turn anyone down, because this is about helping kids, creating opportunities for them to attend college and university. And I think this is the 3rd student athlete from Trinidad and Tobago I am getting through. I believe there's an Alexander. She's attending university right now. I think a year or 2 years ago, when I was coaching collegiate college, I got a full scholarship from Tobago, track and field, and also soccer.
Yeah, and if someone is, parents who are viewing this program now and they're interested in signing up for the Ultimate Soccer Camp, how can they go about doing that?
Well, I believe they need to contact Gray's Soccer Academy, or they can contact me at my WhatsApp number, which is 1954-380-4829. The information is on the screen. You can send a text to either Mr. Gray, or you could call him. He's right in Tobago there, and you can liaise with us pertaining to the different camps. As you see, the camps are running 4 days, 4-day camps we are running. And we're going to have everything inside of those camps, a training camp more or less shaped and fashioned of how the game is being played in the United States.
Yeah. And what does someone need to show up for the camp? I mean, just show up in a jersey or pants. What do they need to do to get in on the camp?
Once you register, information will.
Okay, you'll provide
information.
And this is happening in July.
Yeah, the 9th.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And I'm seeing that you have 2 venues. You're catering for Speyside and also for Montgomery. Any reason behind that?
No, we want to spread it.
Spread it. Yeah, and it's not just for registered members of the Grace Development Academy. You're opening for Tobagonians.
Tobago.
Fantastic. I mean, this is
the Caribbean.
For the Caribbean as well.
Because,
a
guy called me from Guyana.
Yeah.
He wants to come in for the camp.
I mean, have you ever been impressed with the talent that we have here in Tobago?
Yes, very impressed. We need to push it more. Yeah, more push, just push more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get lots of people.
Yeah. And where you want to say something?
Yes, I must add though, we will be having a number of student athletes coming across from Tobago, from Trinidad. My apologies. Coming from Trinidad will be participating in the camp. I know we're going to have a couple student athletes from the Caribbean region, because in terms of what I do, I travel throughout the Caribbean and different parts of the world and do camps and showcases. So I have a lot of people that follow what I do, and they would come to Tobago too. So this is a nice way of looking at sports tourism too, not just soccer. This is sports tourism we are looking at. And I am in discussions too with Coach Gray for a number of things. Just a little bit of what I do in the United States. Yeah. I network with over 300 schools here in the United States. So it's a big organization that I would organize and work with different schools. And one of the things we are looking at is bringing collegiate schools down to Tobago at some time where these kids can participate in their off-season development, not just soccer, because I don't only do soccer. I do golf, I do basketball, I do swimming. All these things are scholarship. So there's a lot of sports tourism that we can look at now in terms of bringing a lot of collegiate schools into Tobago to enjoy your beautiful beaches, your cuisines, and your springs and your beaches. Yes.
Hey, and how would you compare or judge the talent? Compare the talent of Tobago, footballing wise, to those that you have seen in the United States.
Well, what I love about my people, I gotta say my people, because that is where my roots is from. My roots is from Tobago. They play a physical game, and that is loved and appreciated here in the US. A fast game, a spirited game. The kids and them playing Tobago, and that is good. And that is why I continue to come back to Tobago to work with the kids. What I love about the kids in Tobago too, they focus on their books. That is critical. And I must say this, I may get into some trouble with this, but I'll still say it. If you look at the average kid from Tobago and the one from Trinidad, you would see the kids from Tobago more focused on their books. And that is something that you have to do when you play in collegiate soccer, because this is not just a soccer scholarship. Right? You are a student athlete. Student first, the athlete comes after. So you have to focus on your books. You need balance, you need time management when you're out here. And that is what I love about in Tobago, where these kids are studying their books, and I could have conversations with them and discuss with them and their families about creating a pathway for them. Because it's very important. We have, and if I were to go into some numbers, you have over 26,000 something kids leaving school every year. Where's these kids going? And nearly 80% of them are playing sports. That is something we need to seriously look at, because there are opportunities there for track and field. basketball, soccer, diving, swimming, all these different sports you have in Tobago. How do we put this together now to help these kids, where you start marketing kids to go out and getting degrees and developing themselves, using sports as the vehicle to achieve the things they want to achieve in life? And that is something I can do at a phone call, because of the network that I network in the United States here with over 300 schools. I have more opportunities than I have kids in the Caribbean to fill those opportunities. And hence the reason why we're doing a 4-day camp, because it's not just on the soccer field. It's getting you familiarized with the process of getting in a college, your grade point average, what field you want to study in United States, the life that you have to live in United States to be successful. How do you go about getting your student visa? All these different things we would be discussing on the camp. So it's not just on the soccer field. It's a holistic approach to develop kids. And how do you carry yourself when you have a conversation with someone off the field? It's about the human part of it too. Not just kicking a soccer ball, because as you know, sir, you could only play soccer for so long.
Yes.
You need to be able to fall back on your education, fall back on a skill, something that you can develop and use as some sort of sport to get you where you're going. Yes?
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better there, Mr. Roy. I mean, just listening to the passion there. I know we here in Tobago, involved in sports, we are happy to see that our youngsters are getting the opportunity to make a living out of the sport that they love. And I really commend yourself and Mr. Gray for taking that initiative. The collaboration is very important. And if it is that you have the means to partner with somebody on the outside who knows the ins and outs of the collegiate system in the United States, that's important. And I really want to wish you guys all the best with these camps in July. Yes, the 9th and the 12th in Speyside, and then you have the 15th to the 17th at Montgomery. So if it is that you can't go to the east, you can come to the west, or you can go to both. Or you can go to the both. Yeah, and any final word before I allow you to go?
That's it for me.
Yes, and I may also add to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Mr. Witt.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, I may also add to this year, we AR Student Athlete Soccer Scholarship, we're sending out 24 kids from the Caribbean region to scholarships. And if you were to tally that, 24. And if you look at Ms. Waldron's scholarship alone, that is close to $1 million TT. So we're sending out 24 from the Caribbean. So we are looking at close to over $10 million in scholarships this year from the Caribbean region. Tobago has 2 out of them. Trinidad has 4, and the rest of the Caribbean has the remainder.
Fantastic. I want to thank you guys so much for being here this morning. I want to wish you all the best. Keep up the good work, Mr. Roy. And don't be a stranger. You can always call up the Tobago Update family, and we'll highlight all the good things. And yeah, commendation to those 2 who have gotten the scholarship so far. And we're looking forward to many more. All right, Mr. Gay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, guys, viewers, we've been chatting with the folks out of the Grace Development School Academy. I want to thank them so much for being here this morning. We're going to take a short break. And when we get back, we're going to talk to those guys who are coming from the Moriah Community Football League. Don't forget to share the live. Share the live.
Morning.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake the ground again. We jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hey guys, thank you so much for staying tuned with Tobago Updates Television. We're into the sporting segment, more discussion on sport, this time coming from the Community League, the community of Moriah, the Community Builders Organizing Committee. They're having their Village Football League, and it ends tomorrow. An exciting matchup. We're going to see Eagles FC up against Kings United. And I'm sure you guys would have seen the highlights on Tobago Updates, of course, for the semi-finals on Wednesday. Where Eagles, they were victorious by 1-0 against Lions FC, I believe. And then Kings United defeated Moriah All-Stars 2-0. And we're chatting firstly with the Eagles FC management here, Mr. Gibbs, and of course, Mr. Allen, captain and coach, and Mr. Gibbs, the manager and coach as well. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, good morning.
Fantastic. Eagles FC, way. Eagles FC, I saw you guys participating in the Tobago Football Association League. That was your first year?
Yeah.
Was your first year?
Yes.
And you guys finished, what, third or fourth?
Fourth.
Yeah. And Mr. Gibbs, I remember this Eagles, not Eagles, but I know you from coaching Scarborough FC.
Yes.
And most of the guys I'm seeing now playing with Eagles were the guys who would have done so well with Scarborough FC in the years that Scarborough FC unbeatable. I mean, how did you keep the guys together to now form a club that participated in the biggest league in Tobago?
Basically, the dream of the children, that dream is what helped us to continue that which we are doing, because the fact of the matter is that these children, they have dreams. They want to become professionals.
Yeah.
So in order for you to help them realize that dream, the club was formed in 2006.
2006?
Yeah, and from there we begin to develop that the skill that is needed to help them to go there. So in 2011 and 2012, because at 14 and 15, 16, 17, back then, you didn't have a good playing developmental playing field for the children to go into. I decided, and the executive back then decided to take them to the Georgia League.
Right, that's Village League.
Yeah.
Village League again. Yeah.
Village League.
And this is what age group? What was the age group around that time?
Boys were about 14 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And back then, the first year it was tough on us. In terms, well, when I say tough, they were getting into the game.
Yes.
But it was a good show because they got the experience, they got to know how to play with bigger guys, and they keep developing their skills. And the next year, it got better. You know, we got some licks in the first year, but in the second year, it got better that the amount of goals cut down, and we won.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I run in town again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my friends and them. No place like home. Home. Home.
Thank you so much, viewers, for staying with us. We do apologize for the breaking transmission there. But you know them things goes. We're still here with Mr. Gibson, Mr. Allen, talking about the Mariah Village Football League. And so Gibson, just talking about, you know, how you guys started this club and where you are now, you know, until we were really interrupted there.
Yeah. Well, basically,
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
TWCU Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited notifies all members of its 74th annual general meeting at the Center of Excellence Tunapuna and Shore Park Complex, Tobago on Saturday, 11th May 2024, commencing at 1 p.m. Items on the agenda include minutes of the 73rd AGM, Board of Directors and other committee reports, election of officers, presentation of audited accounts 2023, recommendations, dividends 2023, and resolutions, budget proposal 2024, amendments to bylaws. Registration for the meeting can be done online via the Society's website at www.twcu.co.tt. Their main office at number 31 Pembroke Street, Port of Spain, Trinidad, or their Tobago unit at Port Mall Shopping Center, Scarborough, Tobago. Deadline for registration is Wednesday, 1st.
Viewers, thank you so much again. These things happen, and I realize that Woods and them guys trying to sabotage the sporting segment, but we apologize for the breaking transmission there. Once again, we're still having a conversation with Mr. Gibbs and the Eagles team. And Mr. Gibbs, let's come to the Moriah Village League now, right? You guys are in the final. This is the first time you've been in a final in a Village League?
No.
So you've been in what other leagues you've been?
Better last year.
Better last year. You won the Better League.
Yeah.
So you all are now from 2006 where you couldn't score goals and you were conceding goals. You are now beating people.
Yes. Thank God for that.
And let's talk about the game on Wednesday, the semi-final game in which you guys would have been victorious by 1-0. Let's chat about that game. Obviously, I've seen now where a video has been circulating. Some are saying it's a controversial penalty. Where do you stand on that?
I think it is, but the game is like that.
The game is like that,
and we have to respect that. The game was a good game, a really good game, and the two teams were just playing to see who could break through, and we did. While some may think the referee is wrong and so forth, the referee made a decision, and we have to respect that. We went through that last year in the TFA semi-finals, where a goal was scored against us. That was a big uproar, and I was disappointed at the decision, and it wasn't nice for us, but we had to move on. We do things that we need to do with the right letters or so forth, just to highlight it. We know nothing will be rescinded. But
pen to paper, that's important.
Just pen to paper to show that
you
were
must
not
have paper
pleased.
trail. Yes,
and
very important.
We moved on. And one of the things that we know is just make sure and score goals.
and Kelsey, captain of the team, right? I mean, coming out of the group stages, you guys barely got into the knockout stages where I think you had 3 points from your matches. Yes. But goal difference got you guys through or something like that.
Yes.
Goal difference. And the team that you are playing against tomorrow, they topped that group. I mean, what's the mindset going into that game tomorrow, that final game tomorrow against the same team that topped that group?
I mean, football is play on the day.
I like that response.
Play on the day. We get out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna take it by how it goes, step by step. I guess we need to come out and do our best. The team, wherever you team, basically the team is a bunch of youths. Most of the guys 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
But other than me, I just see all this because I'm the skipper of the team. I need to plug my socks and be there for them. But I mean, wherever you team, so we should be able to compete with these guys. I mean, you have talent on the team, look out for imports.
Foreign imports. So what the foreign imports you have?
These guys, Zayed Bakul,
McCool, wow.
Yeah,
Zion McCool, right? Zion McCool.
Yeah, Zion.
Deadly left footer.
Deadly left footer.
Yeah.
Moses Bernard, Dominic Lyons. All these guys are very good players. They come from away from Croatia just the other day.
Right.
And they came to play. So
yeah.
We're going to go out there and play.
I'm sure that these guys are from communities in Tobago. How come they end up with Eagles? Mr. Gibbs, what's going on there? You all paying some players under the table or something?
I think what we do at Eagles catch the minds of these young men.
Right.
Our aim is just to develop. Our aim is just to develop the youth to make them better players. For those who would like to go play with their high schools or even go to national level or international level, we develop them. So as even as the captain here spoke about the game and his interest in the finals, and my biggest interest is to make sure I see the guys play properly.
Yeah.
The games that we lost, we basically give them away.
Well, that's in the group stages?
Yes, mistakes in the defense. And those are things that we are working on to clean up.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to go to a higher level, you have to clean up those things. And that is my concern. So the last game that we played was better.
Right.
Heading was great defensively. So we know we had the team in a place where we're just waiting for a breakthrough. The final third, which is the Croatian third, how do you feel? We were lacking there because we had opportunities that we didn't score.
So that's where the imports came in?
Well, they were making mistakes too. So it means that we have to fix them.
Okay.
So that's my key going forward.
Right.
So at the end of the day, our mantra is win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
We want a place to play.
So
basically, when we play, like for instance, the game that we lost, we were not hurt. We go to the other teams, we shake hands, we do all these things. Some people, when they lose, they don't be like that. I mean, suffer
in the moment.
Still because,
in the moment.
No, sometimes the criteria or whatever goals they have.
Right.
Compared to what we are on, we on development.
Yeah.
So when we look at a game, we look back, or when we're looking at the game, we are looking to see the players playing what we want them to play.
Yeah.
Technically strong.
But this place so boring, enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourself.
Hi viewers, let's wrapping up the interview here with Eagles FC. Again, thank you so much for staying with us, and apologies there on the break. So Kelsey, I'm saying, I can't allow you guys to leave without, and of course, you're playing against Jokaya Likogandi. And everybody knows Jokaya. Yeah, in that sense, right? I'm sure that talk and all these bantering would have happened before. No, going into that game tomorrow, are you guys ready mentally, physically?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jokaya is my friend because I can't know me for a long time.
Yeah.
He's a good player, very good player.
Well, you're a top keeper. You can't pass it tomorrow.
Well, you can see how it goes, but, but I think we're ready for tomorrow. The boys, the lads prepared. We train hard. We've been doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So you can go out there and just put the work on the field.
Yeah, fantastic. $15,000 at stake. So Gibbs, that's like 100. You know? I want to thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm going to be there tomorrow. I know Tobago Sports are going to be there as well. And wish you all the best in that game tomorrow. I wish we had more time to discuss more about this Eagles FC. We're going to invite you more to talk about this development club that I know you are on, the development part you guys are on. I'd love to see Kelsey, and Kelsey trying to play cricket as well. Yeah, trying to play cricket, you know. But I'm happy to see that he's happy where he is now. Fantastic. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Up next, guys, we're going to chat with Josiah Leacock and Kevin Edwards out of Kings United. Yes, thank you so much. Take a short break and come back.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special. Wings Friday, £3 wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT. Soup Saturday, £2 cube beef, £2 cow heel, £2 chicken foot, £2 pigtail, or smoked bone. Special $150. Super Sunday, £3 leg and thigh chicken, £3 sliced pork, £3 lamb slice, £3 cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
Need a fresh start? Upgrade your life with the things you want. At Standard Distributors in Canaan, life is good with zero. Get that amazing fridge, the stylish sofa with zero down and easy financing. Your dream house is within reach. Visit Standard Distributors today. Life is good with zero.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi guys, thank you so much for staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. Into our final interview this morning in the sporting segment, and joining us on set, the guys in orange. We had the guys in red, and now we have the guys in orange, Josiah Leacock and Kevin Edwards out of Kings United. So Kings United, they are going to be playing against Eagles FC in tomorrow's Moriah Community Builders Village Football League. Kings United, where you guys are from? Kings United in Tobago, is that Tobago team?
Basically, it's a Tobago team. Basically, I'm from Mason, so people don't say that Mason.
The Mason team.
But basically, it's a team from all over. We have players from Bethel, Plymouth, Mason Hall, Conla Hall. So basically, it's all over Tobago. So it's a kind of team that I personally recruited and handpicked on my own.
Yeah. So what, you're from Mason Hall. Why didn't you recruit players from Mason Hall?
You have a lot of players from Mason Hall.
But you wanted some finishing touches on probably the wing, the defense, and all these different places.
Not really that, Well, what going right? Mason Hall, when I formed Kings United, Mason Hall already had a team.
Right. So this is not the first time Kings United played as a...
Kings United have been around a while.
Okay, cool.
So I see, instead of going and try to mash up Mason Hall team and take Mason Hall players, I'm going to recruit 1 and 2 men from around who are not going to just fall in and give me a pound now, because basically Kings United was formed for a Mason Hall league.
Right.
Yeah, so that was the first foundation of Kings United, playing in a Mason Hall league.
Yeah. How do you go about recruiting players of the caliber of Josiah Leacock for a village football league?
Well, I basically manage the team, big coach. So I'm not going to look for no player that need more training than me to try to recruit. So basically, just me come and say, you play there, you play there, you play there. We form a team, and the players do what they're supposed to do. Well, with Josiah Leacock on the field, are excellent leader as a captain. Basically, my job becomes 95% easier having him as his keeper on the field. So.
Fantastic. Josiah, captain of the Kings United team, you guys are unbeaten in the league. I mean, what would have attributed to that?
Well, it's all about dedication and commitment from the players, actually. Just asking them to do the job that is required. You know, they step by step, you know, it's game by game, you know, you can't rush into a game, you know, you need to take your time, adjust to the game and just play football.
Yeah. What about the village leagues that you like so much? Because, I mean, all the village leagues that I see you playing. I mean, what about the village leagues you like so much?
The most important thing for me in village league is just, you know, giving back. You know, village league is all about bringing, you know, together village and, you know, helping communities and stuff like that. So sport is all about helping one another. You know, you might say a youngster there, he never saw you play before.
Yeah.
But, you know, given your experience in, you know, a minor league could actually bring out a youngster to actually enjoy his game even more.
Fantastic. So Eagles FC tomorrow, thoughts on that game?
Eagles is a very good team, to make no mistake of it. It's a very young, mold team that has been participating throughout competitions, and you know, it's all about experience during the team, and the team has been going through tournament after tournament, you know, getting grasp of each and every team, learning players, you know, even changing dynamics of the game, even structures and things. So I respect Eagles team as a young team.
Yeah. And before we go, because we're very, very short this morning, can we see this team staying together to play in TFA League?
Well, that is basically my goal. I hoping I could get that achieved, but I mean, a little problem with the organizing to get to register for TFA and these sort of things. So, yeah, hopefully that my goal next year. Hopefully I could try to enter the TFA competition and make an impact.
Yeah. So, and tell your supporters what you want of them tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow, you know, Kings United have been black from day one. So, you know, tomorrow, come out in the black. Then return. Tomorrow I feel into a dark cloud tomorrow. Overpower the Eagles, have a good game, respect each other, respect the team, because Eagles, as you can say, Eagles, you know, no pushover team. We played them already. It was one of our toughest games we had in the competition so far. Yeah. So we're not taking them for granted.
What was the result in that game?
2-1.
2-1. Joka, you scored in that game?
Yes, I did.
But fantastic, guys. I want to wish you all the best tomorrow. I know Mariah will be the place tomorrow. What time the final starts?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. tomorrow, and then they have the tail place before, and then I think they have a free. Fantastic.
And basically, it's an event for a family event tomorrow. So it have bouncy castle for the kids, face painting, which is free. So
no excuses.
No excuses. A whole family event. Bring all the family, have a nice time, and enjoy the football.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us on the Tobago Updates Television Sports this morning. I can't go without, of course, congratulating my colleague here, Julian Skeet, on his elevation to administrator in the Tobago House of Assembly. Congratulations there to Julian. And of course, there's an announcement on some of the other things that will be happening. This morning at 10, the West Indies, they are naming their squad. Yeah, I'm going to go live right after, just to give my views on that. This afternoon from around 6, we're going to have a week for Mr. Earl Arthur, second Vice President of the Tobago Cricket Association, of course, now deceased, down at the Shore Park. So you can get on there and, cricketers only. Yeah, past and present cricketers. Right. Then we have on Sunday, we have Phoenix versus Police. Police leaders in the Trinidad and Tobago Football Premier League Tier 1 out at the Dwight York Stadium. That game starts at 5:30 p.m. You can go out there and support Phoenix. Then today we have the Primary Schools Cricket League quarterfinals at the Parade Ground. We have a double header at 10. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Producer. We have Timber Peace versus Bonaccord, Signal Hill versus Buku. And then we're going to have Wim versus Roxborough, Scarborough, Roman Catholic versus Pentecost and Light and Life. Very interesting matchups there. And the Tobago Cricket Association T20 tournament, it continues this weekend. Thank you guys so much. I'm not too sure I'm going to be training to. I'm seeing Adana in the house. I think it's Adana Combi. Yes, Adana Combi with Good Morning Tobago. Guys, don't forget, when you go into the sea, it have sharks there. Be careful. And of course, be with safety. Take a short break. Don't forget to share the live. Come back with Adana.
Rock native Daniel Stewart, the owner of Frontline Flavors, is preserving Tobago's culinary traditions. Recently, she took her customers down memory lane with a Tobago fireside breakfast. Fire on top, fire below. Culinary traditions reflect the history, values, and beliefs of a community. According to Daniel, it's all about honoring our ancestors and the culinary legacy they have passed down through generations. Take a look at this video, which highlights it all. Recorded and edited by Melvern Isaac and produced by Industry Management.
Welcome to Frontline Flavors. This is a restaurant where we do mostly local cuisine. What we are doing today is doing a demonstration of how roast bake would have been done back in times of our ancestors, my grandparents. So in order to roast whatever meals they were preparing, they would have done it on the fireside, put it in the pots, and to trap the heat, they would have covered the pots, put the fire on top. Ducking of the bake is to allow the gases to escape so that you're not going to have a breath. So we're going to separate the coconut shell and the wood, so you're going to have less direct heat. If you leave it with too much heat, it's going to burn the outside and the inside is not going to be thick. But we realize at Frontline Flavors, our tradition is slowly dying. So this is one of the ways that we can ensure and preserve culture, making sure we continue this legacy. We are going to do the actual eating with butter, and I must say the first piece.
Well, I'm really impressed because I think it is so important to really, experience and also appreciate the cultural traditions.
One of the highlights is fire on top, the fire below. I really enjoy looking at that.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
She ride the wave, come jump in the range, 100 funny that she want your money mean. Don't need your love, that I cost me fi pay. Like King Solomon, a bag a girl to me name. Every girl broke out, Lord, broke out. Me say hot girl, understand your time fi step out. Big bumper girl, your time fi get scrub out. Hand on your knee, you treat a girl and your body. And every girl I get wild out tonight. Party in my out tonight. If she suck me, I find out tonight. And you don't know what a wild out tonight. Out the blue light, fi I try out the back.
And welcome to Good Morning Tobago here on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Combi, and yes, we're off to a little late start, but we have a very good show for you this morning, and we're going to head straight on into it with your news in 90 seconds.
News in 90 seconds is brought to you by Standards, never beaten on quality and prices.
The Office of the Chief Secretary wishes to inform the public that all beaches and beach facilities in Tobago will reopen today. This decision follows the temporary closure of beaches in the western end of Tobago due to a shark incident at Turtle Beach on Friday, 26 April. The victim, Peter Smith, received treatment at Scarborough General Hospital and was airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, Florida. The Tobago Emergency Management Agency, under the leadership of Director Alan Stewart, has been conducting meetings with various stakeholders to enhance the Tobago Marine Safety Plan. Next, Caribbean Airlines will begin flying to Puerto Rico in July 2024 after receiving permission from Puerto Rico a year ago to conduct flights into the country. On July 14th, 2024, Caribbean Airlines will launch its 3 times weekly flights to Puerto Rico. However, regulatory approval from the Trinidad and Tobago Civil Aviation Authority and the government of Barbados are still pending. Via Barbados, Caribbean Airlines will carry out flights to Puerto Rico on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. CAL CEO Gavin Madeira shared that he was happy to expand passenger and cargo services to Puerto Rico in an ongoing effort to connect the Caribbean. And finally, Digicel has announced adjustments to some of its internet and TV plans with increased prices of 3 popular packages. This comes in response to rising content costs from international suppliers and the growing expenses related to off-island internet traffic, including Android TV boxes, Netflix, and other streaming services. Digicel's head of public relations, Colin Graves, explained that the company aims to absorb costs as much as possible to maintain affordability for customers. Additionally, Digicel is introducing two new plans and reducing the cost of 4 faster speed packages by 44% in some cases. The price adjustments will involve a minimum increase of 4 to 5% on selective plans. This will take effect from June 1st. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Life is good with Zero. Zero interest for 6 months. Zero down payments. Zero stress payment plan. That's right. With Standards My Terms, we are putting the power of zero in your hands. Now, you can get that new sectional, fridge, stove, or TV for zero down. Pay zero interest later and enjoy a zero stress payment plan plus quick approval within 48 hours. Standards. Never beaten on quality and prices.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago here on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kambi, and we begin conversation straight away with our first guest. We're speaking with Mr. Hayden Romano. He's the Managing Director of EMA, that's the Environmental Management Authority, and we're going to have conversations as it relates to the roles and functions of the EMA and the Tobago space in specific. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me. And I'm really very happy to be here.
And we are so indeed very happy to have you. And, you know, environmental management is very important. And, you know, as we're speaking about the Tobago space, so many things have been happening in the Tobago space, especially recently. And so before we get into what is EMA doing in our space, we want to speak specifically to what are the roles and responsibilities of the EMA. We want to bring some public awareness and education to our viewers and listeners as to the role, the operations of the EMA within the Trinidad and Tobago space.
Thank you so much for that, Adana. So the EMA was established in 1995. Next year we will be celebrating our 30th anniversary. And in 1995, the government of Trinidad and Tobago decided that it needed to establish an environmental management authority. And I think the authority part of it is important because we are not an environmental protection agency. We are a management authority, and we're really tasked with sustainable development. We're tasked with moving forward with the sustainable development of Trinidad and Tobago's resources. And I think we always have to remember, because I think sometimes we forget it's one country, but 2 islands. And the EMA has had a presence in Tobago since we were established, and now understanding Tobago's development, we are actually increasing that presence in Tobago. So what is the role of this EMA? So the role encompasses permitting, and the permit that most people know about is the Certificate of Environmental Clearance, which for 44 designated activities which will encompass projects from a wastewater treatment plant to clearing of land, to modification and realignment of water courses, to large projects and large developments, to developments on slopes that exceed 1 in 4, so the development on steep slopes. So it's quite a wide range of activities. And before you can do those activities, you need to apply for and obtain a certificate of environmental clearance from the EMA. The other permits that people might be familiar with is the water pollution permits, the waste pollution permits, the noise permits, the air pollution permits. And then after the 2 other rules that we have in force is the environmentally sensitive species rules and the environmentally sensitive areas rules. But that's only one function of the EMA. The EMA is also tasked with building public awareness and public education with respect to the environment. And one of the ways we do that is the celebration of World Environment Day every year. And I'm really, really happy to say, that this year, 2024, June 5th, 2024, we will be celebrating World Environment Day in Tobago in partnership with the Tobago House of Assembly. So, I think we need to stay tuned for those celebrations, because we're doing World Environment Day celebrations in Tobago in 2024. World Environment Day is big for the EMA because the EMA was formed on World Environmental Day, June 5th, 1995. So then we go to coordination, because the legislators at the time in 1995 recognized that the EMA was not the only kid on the block with respect to environmental management. You had the various regional corporations and municipal corporations, and now Tobago House of Assembly have a role with respect to environmental management through the Municipal Corporations Act and the THA Act. You have the police have a role with respect to environmental management with respect to nuisance and the Summary Offences Act. You have the Ministry of Agriculture, lands and food production. Have various pieces of legislation with respect to wildlife, with respect to forests, and the list goes on. So the EMA was also tasked with coordinating all these pieces of legislation, and we've done that one through establishing memorandums of MOUs, memorandum of understanding with the various agencies, including the THA, and with the THA, the mechanism in terms of implementing the MOU is through something we call the clearinghouse. And the clearinghouse is co-chaired by the Secretary for the Environment, Secretary Charles Spanton, and the chairman of the EMA, and it meets quarterly to discuss issues that are of concern to Tobago. So as I said, the EMA is not only enforcement. It's also about a number of other things, from education to coordination, and projects in terms of and the big project that people would know about would be our recycling project, the iCare project, which in Tobago is called the recycling let me try to remember that, the Tobago Resource Recycling Initiative. So And in Tobago, it was a public-private partnership between the THA and the private sector group. Lord, I've gone on for a long time, Adana. I mean, maybe I should give you a chance now.
Quite fine, sir. That's quite fine. One of the things I wanted to piggyback on is you were mentioning a whole lot of things that the EMA is responsible for and some of the things that they contribute to. And one of the primary things is the public education, because without education or information, then persons are left up to speculation, right? So I want to know how aggressive is the public education there in terms of the roles and functions of the EMA at this present moment. I know we're heading into Environmental World Day in June, and so what would it look like between now and that period, and how aggressive do you intend to become in terms of informing and enlightening the public about your roles and responsibilities, also about your visibility in public spaces?
Wow. So recognizing that everything we do is constrained by resources, we have attempted to partner with organizations in terms of the whole public education and awareness program. So we've also had a strong role in the schools with respect to the environmental clubs. And a lot of the schools in Trinidad and Tobago have environmental clubs. We've partnered with government organizations such as your Department of the Environment in terms of running various programs and coming and visiting not only schools but also private sector organizations to try to build the awareness with respect to the environment. All our projects, including the iCare project or the TRR project in Tobago, have a significant public education and awareness component. The Greenleaf Awards are something which we do biennially. So the next Greenleaf Awards would be in 2026, and we'd make some announcements about that at World Environment Day 2024. So the Greenleaf Awards is meant to recognize projects, communities, persons who have done significant contributions to the environment. Last year, we celebrated youth. And that was quite well received. And this year we are re-energizing something that we had before, which is youth ambassadors, because this is how we hope that we could spread the word with respect to the environment. Yes, I mean, it is always said that we need to do more. We are doing more, but we're trying to do more differently. We're trying to do more using not only the EMA's resources, but the resources in the country. So the youth resources, whether it's through schools or through our re-energized youth ambassadors, whether it is through companies and having companies move forward in terms of their ESG, their environment, social and governance responsibilities, which once upon a time used to be corporate social responsibilities, and through interviews like this. I mean, and maybe we need to be present more on programs like these to build the word and to continue preaching with respect to the environment. We keep on hearing that, it's only talk. There is no action, it's only talk. But we have not found a mechanism to make change except through talking. The first thing we need to do, we need to be talking, we need to be educating. And we can only educate by talking through mechanisms like these, or through advertisements, or through projects. But all of it involves a lot of talk. So when people say only talk, no action, I mean, I think they're being, a little bit harsh, because we need to talk.
And that gives me a good springboard for my next question, which I wanted to bring up in this conversation. Earlier you mentioned that some of the responsibilities of the EMA is to ensure we sustain resources. You also spoke to the fact of realignment of water courses. And we do know that there's a recent situation, a situation that has taken place in Tobago around the Turtle Beach area, where a private developer was developing a piece of a property along his property there, and of course realigning the water course. And from our information, this has been taking place for over a year, and we have come to learn that the EMA was recently invited only at this point, after 1 year of the developer attending to this water course, that the EMA has now stepped in. Of course, the question is, why? How is it, or why? What was the reason that it took a year for the EMA to be involved in taking any action, or action that is seen in the public domain?
So let me correct the record. So the EMA has been aware of this activity since last year. So last year, and I think we were informed of the activities taking place on that site in April of 2023. We visited the site, and we started gathering information, because by the time we arrived on the site, the activities were completed. We had discussions, and I'm not going to call any names, both with THA and the purported owner of the land, because we are still awaiting confirmation on who owns the land. So we are not sure about who owns the land as the investigation continues. And Adana, I would say these investigations were continuing in October, because we have correspondence up to October last year. The works were all completed, and I would say we dropped the ball. I don't know why. And we will continue to look at it. But somehow or the other, the person, maybe because the EMA dropped the ball, decided that they would continue with what they did last year. And I can assure you we won't drop the ball on this occasion, because there are two areas of concern. The first area you have identified is that this person or company has done works which, under the Certificate of Environmental Clearance rules, would have required a CEC. Once we are able to identify the individual, we will issue a notice of violation to the individual, and he will have to answer to us. This is under the EMA. And if the EMA cannot sort it out, it will go to the Environmental Commission. But we need to know who we are to issue the notice of violation to. Either the owner of the land or the company that conducted the works without a certificate of environmental clearance.
So, Mr. Romano, a breath of fresh air hearing that you're taking responsibility for the EMA dropping the ball so far in terms of dealing with this situation, and you're also saying that, of course, you have to issue some communication to the owner of the property, but this cannot be done until you know who the owner is. My question next is, how difficult is it to know who the landowner is? I mean, the space that we live in Trinidad and Tobago, information is something that we can find at the tip of our fingers. So I'm wondering, what is the process to find out who the landowner is, and how difficult that is? Additionally, you also said in the end that you would have to issue the correspondence either to the owner of the property or the company that is doing the works on the property, but the company cannot do the works without the authorization of the owner. So it comes right back to who the owner of the property is. How difficult is it to get the owner, the identity of the owner of the property?
Well, I don't want to answer to say it's difficult or it's not difficult. We have sent correspondence to the THA. They have a land, whatever it is, division to provide us with the information. So we hope that and we are working with the THA on this. I mean, we're not doing this on our own. You know, we need to work with the other government entities on this. And we hope that by next week, we will have the owner and we will sit down and meet with the THA to tell them how we will be moving forward and to ask them what they can do under their legislation. So because remember, it's not only the EMA's legislation in place here, there's also the THA legislation. But before we move on, there is a second activity that took place that is of concern to the EMA. The destruction of the eggs of an environmentally sensitive species. This is a little different from a notice of violation. Because under the environmental species rules, any person who knowingly or recklessly undertakes or conspires, and I'm reading from the Act, to allow an activity in an environmentally sensitive area or with respect to an environmentally sensitive species, and we're talking about the leatherback turtles here, designated under Section 41, which may have an adverse impact on the environment with such area or such species, commits an offense and is liable on conviction on indictment to a fine of $100,000 and imprisonment for 2 years. Little more difficult because the burden of evidence is on he who alleges must prove. So we need to know who was the person operating that piece of equipment. So an officer of the law, either the EMA police officers, who are all precepted SRPs, can serve a charge on this person. Once the charge is served on this person, it will be sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions for him to continue the process through the courts. So in this case, the police is the people who, under the EM Act and the environmental species rules, will charge the person, and then that will proceed to the Director of Public Prosecutions for them to continue with the action through the courts. So I wanted to be clear, there are two possible infringements here. Well, I don't want to say, there are two infringements have occurred here. One is the destruction of the eggs of an environmentally sensitive species, and the other one is the realignment of drainage course without having a CEC, which is the permit required to do those works.
Mr. Romano, those are the two immediate consequences of that action: realigning the water course and then the destruction of the leatherback the turtle eggs. But we never can tell what other consequences might be suffered as a result of this action later on. Realigning a water course, we don't know what the end result is going to be. We don't know what might pop up again as a consequence of this. So this is a very serious and important matter. And again, I go back to finding out who the owner is, who the company is, whomever the persons are who participated in this event, this occurrence. I find that the investigation needs to be, given a measure of urgency to ensure that we find out who the perpetrators are and to ensure that the full brunt of the law, I suppose, is, expended to them, because we're talking about realigning a water course here. Okay, we're talking about the drainage going in one direction. What are the other things that could occur as a result of this? And you're talking about destruction of a protected species. Those are just the two things that come to light right now. What can happen further? What other destructions can become as a result of this action?
I'm happy that you said that, because in many cases, we as individuals and as developers, we do not understand there's going to be consequence. And that's the reason for the certificate of environmental clearance, so that we could, before you commence your project, look at the possible environmental impacts and come up, if necessary, with mitigation measures. That is why sometimes we need what we call an environmental impact assessment, because we want to know what will be the impact of the activity, the project, on the environment. And that is the basis, Adana, for the CEC rules. So, the reason why we can't answer that question, here, is because we didn't have the opportunity to look to see what would be the impact of those works on the environment in that area. Is it going to be resulting in flooding somewhere in the area? Is it going to be resulting in coastal erosion somewhere in the area? What is the impact? We don't know, because we did not conduct, we did not have the benefit of a CEC.
So these are questions that the EMA and the other agencies who are, responsible for this type of incidents, these are the questions that they have to answer, because we do not have the skills, of course, the skill set and the professionalism to do it, and the expertise. So we're hoping that we get those answers in the soonest possible time, and we do hope also that back again to the owner, that is the primary thing here, the landowner and the operator, the company who operated to excavate and clear that the course of the drain. We want to ensure that we find out who these persons are, and we want to ensure that the steps that are supposed to be taken are taken to ensure that this does not reoccur, and that they experience what the law says they must experience for committing an act of this nature. We have to go for a short break, Mr. Romano. Viewers, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for a short break before we continue conversations this morning. We're so happy that you're here with us, and we ask that you continue to stay with us as we have this discussion. And as you stay, we invite you, of course, to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor. Never ever worry. 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 For the many stages of your life, Tata Life. Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates.
back to Good Morning Tobago. I am Adana Kumbi, and I continue conversations this morning with Mr. Romano as we talk about the EMA and their roles and functions. And we've been speaking specifically to an incident that took place here in Tobago along the Turtle Beach area, where a drain was excavated and, of course, causing destruction of leatherback turtle eggs. Mr. Romano, now I want to talk about the process that should have taken place before any type of works done in environment, in areas that are protected or areas that are highlighted as special areas, where we're talking about sustainability of resources, we were talking about protection of natural resources. If a project must be done, if any type of, whether it's a private project or a public project, what is the process to ensure that EMA clearance is given before the project commences? What are the steps? Walk us through step by step what should have been done.
So, Adana, the first thing that the person needs to do is to apply for a certificate of environmental clearance from the EMA. And the forms are all available on the EMA's website, www.ema.co.tt. And if you have any challenges in terms of filling out the form, I mean, you can also email cec@ema.co.tt, or you can contact our Tobago office at 238-6717. Tobago office number 238-6717. Once you complete the forms, and you need to give us as much information as possible with respect to the activity on the forms, including the scope of works, the ownership of the land, or if you don't own the land, that you have the owner's permission to do the works on the land. You have to pay $500, and the payment could be made at any branch of First Citizens Bank. We are just finalizing online applications on online payments, and that should be in place very, very, very soon. And once you do that, I mean, we will start the process in terms of processing your application. A lot of people are concerned in terms of the length of time to get the CEC. If you give us all the information, we can get you a CEC in as short as 3 or 4 months. If you require, it's a large project. I mean, based on the nature of the project, based on the scale of the project, based on the location of the project, you require an environmental impact assessment, or EIA. Of course, we need to look at wet season information, that is information during the wet season. So you need to provide us with data during the wet season. And we also need to look at dry season information, because sometimes it changes. I mean, yes, we are a small island. Yes, we are small islands. We are small island developing states. However, you know, we do have changes in the wet season and in the dry season. And therefore, it might take you maybe as much as 18 months. So in planning for your project, you need to plan around the timelines to get the certificate of environmental clearance. And the more information you give us, the quicker we'll be able to process your application. And we will do a site visit. I mean, we will be in constant contact with you in terms of if information is missing or if there's any discrepancies in the information. And we will go through, I mean, and hopefully we will be able to get back a response to you in the soonest possible time.
It's about to ask if there's a site visit element to the application as well, of course, because you have to see where this project is going to be going. But you did say that a site visit will take place. You mentioned also that there must be an outline of the scope of works. So while the project, once the client has the approval to go ahead and begin their project, are the site visits continuous? Meaning, if the client is now going outside of the scope of works, or they're doing additional things that they did not mention in the scope of works, is a site visit conducted while the project is going on, so that the representatives from EMA are able to be, they're supposed to get some measure of accountability from the client to ensure they stay within the parameters of the scope of works?
But, Adana, the first thing is that, yes, there are site visits whilst we're processing the CEC, and the site visits continue when the CEC is awarded. So monitoring and evaluation of CECs takes place after the CEC is awarded. And the EMA, in recognizing a couple of years ago that maybe we needed to do a better job on monitoring and evaluation, we structured our strategic plan 2022 to 2026 around the theme of greater compliance for a greener future. Greater compliance for a greener future. And therefore, what we're looking at is not looking at, therefore we're doing a better job with respect to monitoring and evaluation.
We want to know what categories of persons or what type of projects will require EMA clearance before we can embark on it. Because if I want to build a private residence, what qualifies me, or what brings me to that place where I have to get clearance before I start my project, whether it's a private one or a public one? What are the elements?
So a private residence generally does not need EMA approval, except if you're on a slope of greater than 1 in 4, when it will fall under designated activity 8. So generally, private people don't need EMA approval. There are other approvals for that. And I suppose it's a good time to say, Adana, and to stress, EMA's approval is environmental clearance. Remember, it's called the Certificate of Environmental Clearance. So the EMA is given environmental clearance. We are not giving you approval to start your project. There are lots of agencies involved, whether it's the Town and Country Planning Division, or the THA, or the municipal authorities. All of these people, the fire services, WASA, all these people need to give you approval before you start your project. The EMA is only giving you environmental clearance, which some of the agencies might require. So the location of your project is not the role of the EMA. That's a planning function. Planning makes a decision whether or not the designated activity, whether it's a residential development, a hotel, a wastewater treatment plant, an industrial estate, planning makes that determination of whether that activity can be located in that area. The EMA determination is, should this activity get environmental clearance? And there are 44 designated activities, Adana, and I urge people to look at the EMA's website.
Mr. Romano, can you give us the top five activities of those 44?
Oh my God, top 5. Poultry farms. So poultry farms and agricultural farms above a certain threshold will require a CEC. And that's activity 1. So it's poultry, pig, cattle, and other animal husbandry and production. And generally, we're looking at breeding hatching, slaughtering of 250 heads of poultry, 25 heads of cattle, 25 heads of pig, or 25 heads of other livestock per year. Top 5, I mean, I'm trying. So there's a lot of agricultural activities, but there's a threshold in most of these activities. Activity 8, clearing, excavation, grading, and land filling. And this is for 2 hectares during a 2-year period, or for land greater, as I said, than 1 in 4, gradient of 1 in 4. Manufacture of processing of foods, food products, and condiments. And that requires a CEC. And I'm trying establishment of institutional facilities and other facilities, and generally these are facilities with a capacity of 500 or more persons. Establishment of hotels, guest houses. Again, anything of 30 rooms or more. Land reclamation, inclusive of associated works. Clearing of drains, an establishment, clearing of drains, or establishment of land drainage and irrigation schemes. Establishment of a facility for solid waste. And of course, some of the bigger things in terms of oil exploration, in terms of recycling, in terms of waste incineration. So www.ema.co.tt CEC designated activities will give you a good listing. And I don't know if you could suggest some other way for us to publicize them.
All right, Mr. Romano, thank you so much for bringing us up to date with the position of the EMA. And of course, the interest of the Tobago people is really to find out about the situation that took place there at the Turtle Beach area. We are hoping that we can have some answers soon and that we can know what is happening. And of course, we want to ensure that a reoccurrence, something like this, does not reoccur in the Tobago space, affecting and impacting protected species and protected areas, our natural resources, and things like that. So we're looking forward to see where this situation goes, the EMA's position, the THA, and all the other agencies who are involved and responsible for ensuring that the law is attended to where this is concerned. So we do look out for that information in the very near future, we do hope. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Romano. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Hayden Romano. He is the director of the EMA, Environmental Management Authority here in Trinidad and Tobago, as we speak about the roles and responsibilities of the EMA, and of course touching on that incident that took place right here in Tobago at the Turtle Beach area, where an excavation was done, realigning the watercourse and of course damaging some eggs from leatherback turtles. So we do hope we get some result from that in the very near future. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us even up until now. We are always so happy that you choose us, and we look forward to broadcasting to you again. Continue to send your love and your comments and your support and your recommendations to us. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate you. But this is where we end Good Morning Tobago here on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kombi. Do enjoy your weekend.
People strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.